Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. La-Reina Creole, of course, bringing you that spice when it comes to sci-fi and pop culture analysis, and of course, keeping it real always when it comes to theme parks. And speaking of keeping it real, this is the Resort Recon Alive podcast. This is my in studio show where I give you the straight dope about what's going on in theme parks this week, giving you guys tips and tricks to make the most of your money and time when you're out at the parks, and of course, to answer your questions about visiting the parks, because you guys there in the chat, you are my unofficial, well, no, I won't say unofficial, you are my official co-hosts. So I love answering your questions. There is no such thing as a super Disney question or super theme park question. The only dumb theme park question is the one that you do not ask. So please do feel free to ask. So much today, we're going to be talking about the refurbishments. Most importantly, Big Thunder Mountain at Walt Disney World in the Magic Kingdom, and have got some very good news that some families will be very happy to hear about that. And of course, Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios Orlando. Tickets are on sale. You do not want to sleep on this if you plan to go. And in this stream, I'm going to tell you what you need to pay attention to so that you are way ahead of the game when it comes to enjoying Halloween Horror Nights. And of course, a couple of sites I'm going to give you guys about where you can score theme park merchandise. We'll say theme park merchandise adjacent, and other things that you would need before a trip, because you don't want to spend more money than you need to unnecessarily. So with that said, let me bring in one of my co-hosts. Of course, my co-hosts drop in and out just like friends whenever they get the chance to visit. So how you doing, Tom?
Doing good. How are you doing, La-Reina?
I am doing well. I'm doing well. Trying to keep the cat under control. Stitches everywhere.
Yeah, well, kidding. Kidding.
I I keep forgetting he's 9 months old now, so he's not like super kitten, but I want to say he's like teenage kitten right now, which
It's
means
worse.
he oh my gosh,
I'm surprised he hasn't knocked everything off the top of that computer yet.
I think Professor X probably gave him a serious talking. He was sniffing the fans earlier. He's going around, he's sniffing the fans. He likes to sit on Yoshi, sniff the fans, but now what he does is run up and down the hall, literally jump up, hit the wall 3 feet, and then go back on the floor.
So
I
he
don't.
thinks he's a skateboarder.
Yeah, suicide mission every day. It's freaking
Hey,
hilarious.
did you see we have a Barry Place in the chat?
Who?
Mr. Bob Barry Place.
Hello, my friend.
We should pull him in. Come on, Bob. Come on, Bob. Come in and
Oh,
talk parks with us, Bob. You're up early for California, Bob. I love
why
messing
not
with him.
us? Why not us? You know, Bob, you always have an open invitation to pop on the channel. I know life has been an absolute roller coaster for you of late. So you've been in my thoughts and prayers. And as always, like good friends that are welcome, just show up and come to the back door. it's all it's all good. He says
Bring
that
coffee.
uh, power went out and suddenly came back on and everything turned on again and woke me up. Yeah, when everything starts rebooting.
I have my APS go off,
Mhm.
and before everything comes back on, all I hear is I'm like, oh no, not now, not now. What time is it? Oh crap, it's 3 a.m. So I try to get up and stop everything before it starts waking up the dogs and
Mhm.
Linda.
I
But
hear
yeah,
you. I hear you. Well, folks, we have got so much going on. Please do make sure you hit that like button on both of our channels because we're simulcasting out to all my panelists' channels. Either on X, please retweet, like, YouTube, like, subscribe, do all that thing. And make sure you're subscribed. If you're subscribed to our channels, double check because YouTube will unsubscribe people. And I've gotten a lot of reports about YouTube
it's
unsubscribing people who thought that they were subscribed. So make sure you double check with that. So let's see who we have in the chat before we get to rolling with the theme park news. Of course, there's Tom saying, hey, I'll hit the like on the way in. Absolutely,
I
please.
still got to do my mod duties.
Yes, see, he's one of the Uber mod. All of my mods are Uber mods, man. It's like they're in one place, and they'll tell me, okay, I'm modding like 5 other streams right now.
Yeah, it gets a little crazy. I'm not gonna lie. It's nuts, especially when you're on a panel and you're modding other streams as you're on a panel.
Mm-hmm.
It's nuts. It's a little much.
Well, we share the modding pool, as I would say.
And I did a first for me yesterday.
Oh, really? What was that?
Yeah, I was on a 5-hour stream. I took a little break, but talking about the return for the spacecraft for Artemis. I was
Yes,
on with the fabulous Anna's Gameland,
for
and
Artemis.
it
Wow,
was fun.
I geek out so much about that. It's just I was just trying to explain to people. It's like you just have no idea how much all of that affects you. I wasn't born yet with the moon landing and all of that, but very familiar with the
Well, you're
shuttle.
wait. I thought you
Shuttle.
were. No,
What?
you're younger than me. That's right. Thought we were the same age.
A little bit, not by much, but getting a chance to work or do when I was a research assistant, getting to hang out with the shuttle program and all of that. So I got to see, like the orbiters when they came back. Of course, my favorite when they would fly the shuttle back from California
On top, piggyback.
on top of like it's a special 747,
Yes,
Boeing 747. So it's like it got an Uber ride back. That was the wildest freaking thing.
and when you get to
Watching
see
that
it come
stuff.
down on the SLS,
Yes,
um, okay, that's shuttle landing strip for people.
yes.
Basically, it's their own airport.
Hmm.
It is a really cool, and it was okay. I could just say I used to work there. All right, the hell with it.
Yeah, we
And
both did.
yeah, and it's very, very, very fun for the perks we got.
Yeah, especially after the shuttle takes off, and then everybody's car alarm is it's going off. It's
Oh yeah,
it's one of the most awesome places that I've ever worked. And that little Rise plushie, which is made out of a thermal blanket, thank you very much, which the original shuttle Columbia had like the thermal tiles on the bottom.
yes.
But I guess with the data that they got back, they're like, you know what? There's certain parts where when it re-enters the atmosphere, it doesn't get as hot. So they replaced it with the thermal blanket material. So I'm like, wait, that little Rise booger is made out of thermal blanket. I have to have it. So if NASA is smart, they will be selling that darn plushie in the shop because I need it. I need it for my collection. Hey, we got Brian Acosta here. We got John the Beagle Dad here. We have got Linda here. Hello, my dear. Much love. So good to see you. Good to see you. Sonia Pantoja's in the chat as well. As well. YouTube blocked my Rocket Park video because of the background noise. Was it copyrighted music? Sometimes you have to double check, and then sometimes YouTube screws up.
So you're talking to Rocket Garden then? He's talking to Rocket Garden, and they do pipe in different music.
Yeah,
John, were you talking to Rocket Garden?
that you probably was a Rocket Garden, where they're blasting all the inspirational music that'll come through. Yeah,
Dude,
yeah, they will.
just go back through and scrub the music out of it. Put it
Mhm.
into a DAW and take the music out of it,
Yeah,
and put your own backing music in there and
yeah.
talk over it.
That's why when I'm out at the parks, we're somewhere where there's a bunch of different music. I keep talking a lot more to try to cover up the track so it doesn't get copyrighted.
Well, hopefully with this thing that just happened in the courts, YouTube's going to stop being so deliberate with this.
Mm-hmm. one of my uncles on my mom's side of the family did some work on one of the teams for the Artemis rocket. Oh,
Nice.
nice, Jared Markham.
I know a lot of people still out there. I'm still in contact with a lot of people, and yeah, it's been interesting.
Yeah, Artemis. I tell you, the rockets. They're like, why do they need a rocket? Because you need it to get out of Earth's
It's
atmosphere.
orbit.
That's why you have to. All that the same. Think of like when when the crew compartment comes back and they have to hit the atmosphere and it heats up to like what 4,000 degrees Fahrenheit because of the Earth's gravity pulling it in. You have to have all of that darn rocket power to escape Earth's gravity.
Oh yeah, and that's why they're talking about doing the moon base because it's going to allow us to go further without using as much just to get off the Earth.
Yes.
So
yes, think about it as a space forward operating base.
yep.
So to speak, I can't tell you how many physics problems I've had to do that. Well, you had to if you were an engineer, did with like rockets and to escape
I
Earth's
can't. I'm
orbit,
still not going to disclose what I was actually doing
trajectory,
there, but
all
all I
that
know.
stuff. It's crazy. I'm just like, wait a minute. It takes that much power. Damn, okay. Something else. Well, folks, we're gonna roll on with our theme park news. Of course, we've got to do a show about visiting Space Coast and visiting
You know what? Why don't you
NASA.
come over? Why don't we both hit it and get that would be a good live stream type thing. Go in through there, do that, or just even get it and make a show out of it.
I think that would be an awesome idea. There's
And
so many
there's a
things over
time
there that
coming
I
up.
haven't been in a while.
We might be able to get the experience of my granddaughter visiting
Ah,
that at the same time. That's
nice.
an idea.
That's definitely an idea. If you want to rewatch Apollo 13, I hear you, kiss my grits. Then she can hear me talk about the space toilet.
Yeah.
Like one of the engineers says, yeah, that's $18 million right there, built by the lowest bid.
Okay, I'm not going to go into the contract stuff. Yeah.
I'm like, what? And then I'm like, oh, okay. That's like my favorite thing to talk about, the space toilet. My nieces and nephews think it's hilarious when I talk about the space toilet. Yep, it's a vacuum cleaner hooked up to your butt.
Basically.
Anyway.
Okay, did they put a new thing up to stop the birds from getting their hair?
Well, yes, but for some
Crows are too
people
smart for
who
that shit.
get,
Pardon me.
well, especially Florida crows, are just like, oh, what challenge accepted? Anyway, this is for the crows over in Japan. So for folks who did not know, okay, the crows were over there. This is at Tokyo Disneyland. Okay, so the Rapunzel animatronic, the crows basically decided, it's time to get some nice nesting material. That thing isn't a real person. So we can just take her, take her hair.
You know, I really wish we had footage of them beforehand, like checking it out, doing a reconnaissance, because they did.
Oh, of course. That's what they do. They'll watch you. If
They're
you've
watching
ever,
it. It's like that
case
keeps
in
moving the
point,
same exact way.
that's why the crows in like the Target parking lot are so freaking gangster, because they know when people are going to be there with food and dropping stuff, especially when you have kids, they watch you. Some of them will even wait on your car and look at you like, yeah,
So do the egrets, the little bastards.
yeah, they are. The egrets are the worst. They'll fly out in the middle of traffic and land. Don't care.
I still wish I had video of the seagull taking Linda's Chick-fil-A sandwich from her inside the car with just the window cracked for air. I wish I had a video for that.
They're the freaking worst. Freaking sky demons.
Birds are smarter than you think, people.
Yeah.
They actually might be smarter than some Hollywood producers, but I didn't say that.
Well, I will say that Tokyo Disneyland has brought the animatronic back. And now I've seen the use of like fishing line like that over top of some places on the coast where there's, the patio that you, as a matter of fact, I think Gatorland has the same thing where there's a patio where you're eating and it's not covered, but they've got like the fishing line crisscrossed around to deter, not to keep out, because like Tom said, these
They'll
little
get in.
boogers will figure out how to get in. They will spot a weakness. But supposedly that's deterring them. But I'm like, I don't know, because
I give it a month.
I give it a week.
I'm being generous.
I give it a darn week. It's like, okay, a nice try, but I don't know. Or is it that it's just a seasonal thing? And because, it's spring, animals are mating and everything, that, they're just like, look, this is just a temporary thing and we can figure out a better solution. Although I don't know what that better solution is going to be unless they have like air cannons and crap or raptor birds to come around, I guess. Well, that may happen. Man, I'm dark. Anyone who's ever visited a Florida beach and attempted to feed seagulls learned the hard way that that is not a good idea. No.
Yeah, it's called. Do you remember the Alfred Hitchcock movie, The Birds?
The birds,
You're
yes.
living it.
That is it. That is it. They roll in gangs.
One makes the wrong squawk, and there you go.
There you go. That's why you have to get your food and look like, yeah, I see you.
It's like, touch this, and
hmm
your eggs are mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
You might be the next fried dish. I'll bring you down to the restaurant I know down there. Mr. Han will serve you up real good.
We'll fry you up real, real good. Well, twisted. Okay, that gets kind of dark. But anyway, it seems like the Starlight Parade has actually started improving somewhat. Although my whole thing is they should have done this from the beginning and pushed off the start. But
Okay, that's pretty cool, especially at night.
yeah,
That is cool.
that's
And
very
I'm
cool.
sorry, right at that point when they started doing that, I would be pulling a projectile, puking session right then and there.
Why is that?
Oh, if I was spinning like that, if I was on that thing and spinning like that, no.
That's why you have to be a certain weight, you have to be a certain build in
No,
order to
I'm
do
not.
that.
I'm just talking. Even if I was in perfect shape, no, just no, no.
Yeah, if
Sorry.
you're
If I'm going to
susceptible
spin like that, I want to be in a vehicle.
if you're susceptible to vertigo, this is definitely not for you. But this is definitely an improvement as opposed to them just standing on there. And they probably do this for a little bit and then come down and recenter for a couple of minutes and then go back and do it's kind of like with the Festival of Fantasy Parade, if you've ever seen it, the section where from Frozen, where they have Sven and the other ones are on like I guess I forgot what they call them, but they swing in and out. And they don't always do that at every single point of the parade. It's kind of like they do it for one segment of the parade and then it kind of like stops and they do it for another. At least from what I've observed. But the whole thing I'll say for this is just like, you know what? I know why they didn't do all these improvements in the beginning because they wanted to get this parade out and on the balance sheet and into the parks to get
Yeah.
people to see it. Because remember when I was there for the first time they did the performance and
Yes.
we were just kind of like,
I
this is
do like
not,
this footage where they're in front of the castle. I will say that.
yeah, that is really, really cool. So you can see it there. But this is in the, let's see. Yeah. That's the mosh pit.
Yep.
Okay, well, around the mosh pit. We'll just put it, let's say the show
Facing
I don't
from the
know,
mosh pit.
stays
I think the
facing the
mosh
mosh
pit's
pit.
that way more
Yeah, the
towards
mosh
the
pit
castle.
is right in front of the castle. And I tell people if you're in an ECV, you do not want to be in the mosh pit. I don't care how cool it looks. it is hell trying to get out to,
You just gotta, if you got one of those chairs that you gotta have a secret cattle pusher deployment
Mhm.
button and have the cattle catcher just come down and then call it the people parter. Just lay on the horn and go.
Well,
I'm so
but
mean.
I think this is around where the partner statue is in front of the castle. But either way, the lights look better. The lights did not look this bright before.
Is this person's camera though? Is it adjusted? When
I
are you
don't
gonna go
think
see it?
so. I don't think so. I don't know when I'm going to be back. It may not be for a while, but if you go back and look at the original footage, but then again, let's see who. Okay, so this is Drew, and Drew's one of the official bloggers. So he made this
Okay,
may be one of Disney's cameras, but
because that looks like a
still,
really good camera to catch those colors without blurring out.
yeah. So yeah, but they still have increased the lighting level somewhat. It's a little better, adding Peter Pan and Wendy flying. That looks really cool, but still the whole entire show is still not the same emotional and visual punch as the one from Tokyo Disneyland, which is the one that they based it on. So it's a nice plus, but let's be honest, that whole parade as a whole, it's not that good. I mean, it's okay. It's something to do because they did need an evening parade. It's something to do, but it's definitely not like the one from Japan, which we've
No,
shown on this show many, many times. It's not like the one from Japan. It's nowhere near like Spectral Magic. Nothing's gonna beat the Main Street Electrical Parade like ever. But it's not. But it's something to do. It keeps the crowds moving. It gives people something to look forward to. For this parade. So if you go and see this parade, you see the Starlight Parade, the parade route is different from usual. This particular parade will start on Main Street, USA, in front of the Emporium, like right there where the fire station is. That's where it'll start, and it ends in Frontierland. So that's just something to keep in mind. So if you want to see it twice, you have to go from the Emporium all the way over to Frontierland, the reverse way we
that's
usually.
why I like Universal's parades. I still stay in front of Mel's when it comes out. I'm there for the start and end.
I know, isn't that the greatest? I think that's
And
for
they give that
pass
for pass
holders.
holders, so I just
Yeah,
park my butt there and I'm happy.
it's great. I'll watch it come by again. Perfect spot because it's curved, kind of like in front of the mosh pit. Flat earthers. Oh
Listen,
yeah, don't get me started on these
oh.
people.
And
Don't
then
get
you
me
have the
started.
ones that pretend to be just to start the troll crap.
Yeah, and they it's Scorsese. Plotted the no.
Listen, did you ever see the type of computer power we really had back then for graphics?
Yes,
I mean,
and
come
he,
on.
and here's how I kind of in a way. This is kind of how I know. So the first time that I saw the shuttle, like, well, not the shuttle, the orbiter, okay, because solid rocket boosted external tank and the orbiter, that's all known as the shuttle. First time I saw one of the orbiters, I want to say not Columbia, was it Discovery? I think no, Atlantis. Atlantis was the first one that I saw, and they brought it back, and they're taking me through there. Of course, after I have to put on the bunny suit and I have to get the air shower. I had to watch how clean is clean
Make
fit.
sure you had no FOD.
Make sure you had no fun, anything like that. No makeup on, no, no nothing. So I get into the orbiter, and they're just like they're showing me the computers, and I'm like, oh wow, you got 5 computers. And the technician's like, don't be impressed because your car has more computer power in it than these five. Literally, there's a
Your
bank
s
of five.
your
Five,
Apple Watch has
yes,
more computer.
has more computing power than that. It's a testament to just how smart these engineers and technicians are, especially technicians. 5 IBM computers. Okay, like big, huge black boxes like this, and they all work on a voting system. The only thing missing from the orbiter is a shag carpet and a lava lamp. That's the
You
technology.
forgot the disco ball.
I did forget the disco ball. I was like, they're like, yeah, that really did sap your expectations. And I'm like, yeah, I
You
thought it
see
was
this
like,
cheap little thing?
I thought,
This could
yeah,
probably go better.
yeah. That's what they had to that's what they had to work with to get that all done. And at first I was seriously disappointed. And then the more I worked there, the more it was just like it's a darn major miracle how they keep this all,
I I
keep this all running.
I laugh when people go, "Oh, we have better tech. It should be simple." It wasn't simple back then,
No, no, not at all.
and a lot of the
Not at
people
all.
around that were doing stuff back then are not here to talk to anymore.
Mm-mm. No, I had people talking about slide rules. I'm like, what the heck is that? We didn't have a
An
graphic calculator.
abacus, come on, abacuses. You know what
Look,
abacuses are?
look who's joining us.
All right, it's Mr. Bob.
Just
Welcome,
want you
Mr.
to
Berry
know,
Place.
I've tried to join you guys like 3 times now. My power's gone out, back in, out, back in. So if for some reason I lose it and I don't come back, you'll know why. So
I'm going to blame the grid. You've been gridded.
there you go.
Wait. I gotta say this. Does that classify as a code Olaf?
What? Oh,
Put the cold roll off, yeah, when it falls over.
Oh, you don't know about that, Bob?
oh, I know, I know.
Oh, you
Yeah,
know?
Yeah,
we
my
just
Okay.
named it
restriction was
Code
picked up the
All
other
Off
night.
on her channel.
Yeah, we did because my
Technical
computer just
difficulties
like
are now Code All Off.
got like this
That's
weird
funny.
instruction and just basically said, I'm gonna have to shut down now. And boom, I was like out. And I just said, and I messaged Tom in the Vine group. I had a code Olaf. I'll be back online in about 5 minutes.
I was dying. I was
That's
absolutely
hilarious.
dying.
So that's what we called it. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing well, hanging in there. Just
I
I
hear
just started
you.
getting back into streaming last week since I've been taking a little hiatus. But
Mm-hmm.
so when the power came back on this morning, I'm like, wow, it's early. This is great. Then I realized, oh, it's like 9 o'clock. So I thought, well, I get up, and then the power's been going in and out, and I was trying to join, but I was like, oh, it's not gonna work, I guess. And then all of a sudden, it seems like it's back on. So anyhow,
Cool.
thank you for having me on. I know that you guys, I haven't been on in a while, and for those who don't know, unfortunately my father was in hospice and passed away, but I'm kind of getting back into things, and I just want to say thank you for the support, and also it's been a while since I've been on your show, La-Reina, 'cause it's been kind of crazy with life, uh, dealing with everything. But thank you so much for having me on.
Oh, you are more than welcome. More than welcome. So glad to have you. So
Thank
glad to
you.
have you on. Yeah, we're just looking at the updates to the Starlight Parade
I love
over
it.
at Disney World. Yeah, that's really cool.
But could
That's
you
way
do that
better than what it
spinning,
was
Bob?
before. What's
Could you
that?
do that spinning? Is that sort of like, skydiving? That would be,
Yeah, I would love it. I've done skydiving twice. Love it.
all right, yeah. No, I'd be projectile vomiting everywhere. No.
I would
Uh,
be crazy enough to do this. I really would.
Both of you can do that. I'll just sit there and film it. I'm good.
The only thing
but
crazier is Tinkerbell on the wire.
That I would do because there's no spinning around.
You just
It's not
zip
the
line
height.
off.
It's spinning. It's just right off.
Lorraine, had they planned this? Because I'm not over in Walt Disney World, even though I'm imagining I'm vacationing over here at Volcano Bay. But
I
um,
see.
did they actually have this planned originally? Because the way it was before was really kind of just, it was all right. They're just running around on the float. But this is amazing.
I think what happened was when the parade was first announced, and I know I live streamed it the first night that they did the parade. You could tell that it was not ready for prime time. So for
Ah,
whatever executive decision, whether to push it on the books, whether to push people in the parks, I don't know, but it didn't look like it was done. A lot of the lighting was very, 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 very dim. You notice like in the Halloween parade, like I know you guys have it like out at Disneyland, where like the skirts and everything are like really bright and lit up,
Mhm.
and you can see it with the
Mhm.
effects and everything. They did not have the same thing with the performers. It was like the lights were very, very dim. It's like you couldn't see them because it's at night. So one of the things that you want to see is the outlines of the outfits and everything. And they didn't really have it. So I think with this second iteration, I think it was planned, but it was not ready. And they pushed the parade out when it wasn't really ready for prime time, so to speak.
Mm.
So I
Well,
think,
glad they're finally doing it.
yeah, they're finally doing it again. It's not. This is I think this is one of I want to say this is one of Disney's cameras, so to speak. It's come from Drew, but from seeing it in person, it is not as bright. Well, it's not as bright and vibrant as the Tokyo Disneyland show that it was based on. It's nowhere
Right.
near that. It's nowhere near as bright as Spectrum Magic, um, at all. For folks who remember Spectrum Magic, it just doesn't. I don't know if it's a type of lighting that they picked, but it just doesn't have that brightness, so to speak. So hopefully they'll improve that in the future. I'm just still kind of in the mind of I really should have waited until this until this parade was really up to stuff because it is a big deal. The night parade is a huge deal. It's huge, it's magical, the music and everything, and they have an issue with the music too. It's not as good.
Yeah, I was disappointed when they first announced this parade. I thought, wow, this is going to be amazing and fun. But I just feel like it doesn't have it lacks the energy and the excitement of the Paint the Night Parade or the Main
Yeah.
Street Electric Parade or Spectral Magic. It misses all of that, and I don't know how. I guess maybe they're trying to do something different to get people, on the East Coast from the West Coast, so they're not seeing the same thing. But it just doesn't have that fun and energy that I would expect to have from a nighttime Disney parade. And I mean, it looks nice, but it doesn't look as great, and it doesn't have that fun music and energy. So
Yeah, it doesn't have that emotional pull. Like when you would see, like, okay, back in the day, go to way back machine, the Main Street Electrical Parade, when the opening would start with that, I used to lose my freaking mind because you knew what was coming with the music, especially the music, with how the music was. I think the music was a big part of it because the parade would follow the tempo and the different parts of the musical core score. Spectrum Magic, the same thing. And but this, it's kind of like clips, and there isn't a cohesive musical vision, so to speak. It's like they just took clips out, and it so could have been better. So hopefully they'll continue to work on this because we do need a night parade back, but we need a night parade that when you see it, it just gives you that magical feeling that you're, you know, not someplace that's ordinary, and to basically say, hey, this is why you paid all of this money to come to this park. Kiss My Grit says Disney made a horrible mistake when they expanded Fantasyland by not creating a Neverland with a new Peter Pan ride similar to Tokyo. That is a very good point. I mean, I love Peter Pan's Flight. That's like one of my must dos when I would first go to the Disney parks, at least before Lightning Lane and all that other stuff. That was like something you had to do. And I don't care what time of day it was. It was always like an hour and a half, 2 hours because of the limitations of the attraction. But yeah, it would have been nice to kind of build that out some more. That expanded Fantasyland at Disney World at the Magic Kingdom, excuse me, it was so not needed. I mean, I don't even go back there except to Gaston's Tavern to get the cinnamon rolls and the
Are you looking for
liqueur
Ron when
through.
you're at Gaston's Tavern?
Am I?
You know,
No, no, no. You know why? You know why? Because I see Ron at the Aldi.
that is true. That is true. But is he in his Gaston outfit?
No, I think he's undercover usually.
Okay. Bob's going to play Gaston soon, also.
Hey,
No,
I don't
no.
think
Aldo,
so.
get better, my dear. Oh my goodness, colds are not fun. It's not fun. Yes, first words of the electrical parade, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I felt like that darn thing was talking to me, and with the way that the way that the voice cadence was, there was just something about it that was so cool, so cool. Well, we're gonna move on from that to let's see. Oh my gosh. And this is Disneyland. So I'm gonna kind of lean on I'm glad Barry is here. This is
We got a West Coast expert here.
Mhm.
yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna let this play here. So expensive, they smuggling kids in. I mean, I laugh, but it's really I can't believe how uncomfortable that child is. I
Mommy, let
mean,
me out of the box. Please, let me out of the box.
I just
So I had a stroller like that too, but it wasn't that big. So this is someone they're sneaking a kid in through the line. Is that?
It
Oh,
looks
that's
like a
the kids.
very young child too. It's like it doesn't even look like it'd be aged to get charged a ticket to be that small.
I think they're trying to even get around that
But
in the
why?
Well, so I don't know that. So I had a stroller that was like that, and it had that screen where the kid, but it wasn't big enough. You could tell that there was only room for one child, and the child does kind of look big, but I don't know. I'd have to see the other side of the stroller to really, if there's another kid on top of them, then wow. But
yeah, I know that's what I'm trying to figure out. So it's saying it's the happiest and one of the most expensive places on earth. And now determined parents seem to be deploying an astonishing new technique to smuggle their kids into Disneyland. So, a video
yeah.
taken by a Las Vegas blogger last Tuesday morning shows a kid stuffed in the back pocket of a stroller with the child's face smushed up against the back window as his parents stand in line. And that's what I'm trying to figure out. Is it,
I don't know because my daughter would do the
yeah,
same thing as that kid's doing, and she I don't know. There's not much room for you to go from the front to the back like that. So, but regardless, I will tell you that Disneyland is expensive. I mean, my friends would definitely try to take their kids if they were 3 years old going to four. They would definitely try to. Now the kid looks a little bit older now that they've zoomed in, but I'd really have to see the front. But you don't know. You could, I'm not going to speculate, but I do have friends that would go, oh, well, my kid's almost four now, but I'm getting them in because they look younger, like three, and that happens all the time. But when Disney cast members start, looking at you, and you know, I've had my friends say, oh, they didn't think my kid was three, or they thought my kid was older, and they kind of questioned it, and so maybe I can't do that anymore. But it's super expensive. I got to be honest with you. I pay $1,900 for my annual pass, which is way more than what you guys pay over there in Florida, and
mhm.
it's ridiculous. They block you out, and they don't, um, you know, they have all these things you have to make reservations to go in. There's so many restrictions. It's like why? So
So
people will find any way to get,
so that's
at
two
a cheap
grand
price.
almost.
Yes.
Two K, and they give you
And I have to
blackout
block
dates.
out 11 dates out of the year, and if I can't make a reservation, I consider that being blocked out too. And that's
So I have a question, Bob. How much is your SeaWorld pass out there, the one you got?
well, I got mine during COVID, and I think mine's a monthly pass, and I pay like I don't know. I think I pay like $15 a month or something like that. And that's a platinum pass, by the way.
Yeah, that's because I had the platinum also with everything. That's so. And do you have a universal pass?
I don't.
Okay. I'm just
But
wondering.
it's still cheaper. So, well, how about Knott's Berry Farm? Knott's Berry Farm's right next to me too. I
Yeah.
pay, I think, for the preferred pass that they have. No, I'm not calling it the right name. It's not platinum either, but that one goes for like $260 for a whole year. And by the way, that gets you into all the Six Flags parks in the United States. It gets you into the VIP area for Knott's Berry Farm. It gets you parking. It gets you no blockout dates. It gets you all that. So it's pretty amazing.
That's absolutely insane.
Ooh.
It's insane. Especially that much money to have to do the reservations, which is a shall issue pass, a shall use pass to me.
Mhm.
That drives me nuts. I think that's the biggest downfall. Okay, you're charging $1,900. Fine, make it unlimited for that amount of money. You know, you can go whenever. It doesn't matter. As long as the park's open, you can go.
True. But what I have seen, and I have seen this at the front gate at Walt Disney World, where you've had some cast members trying to question the age of the child that's coming in, because remember, if they're under 3, you know, their admission is free. Or, for some kids who, they're not 10, but remember, once they're 10, they get charged as an adult. I've seen some very uncomfortable discussions with people saying, you're accusing me of saying my child's not the age that he is. You want me to show you a birth certificate? It's a very touchy thing, and I don't feel.
What's the
I feel
difference
for the
between
cast members.
the kids price ticket and the adult price ticket?
I want to say probably like an extra 50%, most likely. I just remember it is very, very sizable. Well, first of all, if the kids are under 3, you don't have to pay for them for admission, and you don't have to pay unless you buy, they can eat like off of parents' plate. But when the kid goes from like say 9 to 10, from what I remember last time when I would take Camera Girl, I think it was about a jump of like 50%. It is not a small amount. They are charging you like an adult, and that can make or break your trip depending on what happens. That's why some people try to go before their kids turn 10. And even if the kid turns 10 while they're in by the time they arrive, they're charged by what age they are when the reservation is made. Because I had that happen too, where my kid was like 9, and then by the time we got on our trip, she was 10, and there was some kind of weird freaking thing that they had to do with it. It's at least, yes, it's $50 to $75 difference. It is not it's not a small thing.
Just too much rigmarole.
It's a lot. Why they count 10 as being adult, I think it's stupid. I'd rather push that up to 12. But I'm not the bean counter making those kind of decisions.
Technically, an adult should be 18 years old. Sorry.
That's true, but that's how they get you.
Mm.
That's just that's how they get you. I don't even want to talk about the pain and suffering my poor travel agent had to go through because my daughter's age changed at a certain time. Then she had to go get on the phone with Disney to smooth things out either way. But yeah, it is expensive. It is very expensive, which is probably yet another reason why people get really touchy in the parks. Now, I will say this whole thing right here is a result of people not staying with their party. Okay. So if you're in line in an attraction, and I've seen this, where people are like, excuse me, I'm trying to catch up with such and such and so, that's effectively line cutting. You're there with a bunch of hot, tired, overcharged people, and you're effectively cutting the line. Now, the problem here is that this person put their hands on another person. which is not cool at all. But anyway, to go to this here, this is from WW News Today. 47-year-old United Kingdom man was arrested for battery after he was accused of shoving a teenage girl moving past him in line at Tiana's Bayou Adventure at Magic Kingdom. The 18-year-old victim from St. Cloud told law enforcement and had to call the Orange County Sheriff. She was trying to catch up with the rest of the party in her queue and passing people when she encountered Keith Newman. I was talking, and all of a sudden it switched.
Goes to the
So,
machine.
yeah. So she said he put his hands out to stop her from moving forward, the Orange County Sheriff's report said. The victim said she tried to go around him, but he pushed her back with both hands, the arrest report says. The victim fell backward into her friend. The victim got wet because she spilled a water bottle all over herself, the arrest report said. Otherwise, the victim wasn't hurt and didn't have any bruises or scratches on her, the arrest report said. She denied medical care. Victim's friend corroborated the story when interviewed by law enforcement. The friend told authorities she heard Newman say there is a queue, which is correct, when he pushed the victim back with one arm. The friend said the victim was not letting Keith push her back, so Newman used both hands to shove her back this time. Newman admitted to saying those words, but argued he simply stuck his hand out, the arrest report said. Newman said the victim had walked into his hand, so that's why the victim wasn't hurt. Newman denied pushing her. The authorities did not believe him. So, due to all the statements provided, determined that probable cause exists to place Keith Richard Newman under arrest for the charge of battery. So apparently Newman pleaded not guilty to a misdemeanor count of battery in February, according to Orange County Circuit Court records. What do you all think about this? Do you think this is yet another case of people just so tired of being overpriced, standing in line, price gouge, to the fact that this behavior more often than not is being reported? Do you guys remember the throwdown around PhilharMagic? I think maybe it was last year, where the same thing happened with someone pushing in line, and you think that people would let it go. No, they waited till the other family came out of PhilharMagic and then they started fighting.
Actually, I don't remember that one. Was that over in Walt Disney World?
That was in Walt Disney World. Yeah, it was not the throwdown in Toontown. That is
no, I do know that one. That one's pretty much been scrubbed from the internet. Disney's done a good job with that. But I think the biggest thing is it's not so much that it's overpriced. I think the issue is the fact that people have been waiting along for a long time for these rides and attractions. And then when someone comes through, a lot of people don't even say, excuse me. They just kind of push through the line. And sometimes when I'm streaming and they push me, I'm kind of like, hey, I got a gimbal in my hand and whatnot. And it's not a light push. It's kind of a strong push. Like, let me buy. And I think if more people were, a little more polite, then, people wouldn't get so upset. But people get upset because, they're just kind of pushing through without saying anything. And obviously, there's some people from other countries, they don't speak the language. So I get that. But I think people are just tired of people cutting in line. And Disney's been trying to crack down on that a little bit more, but not effectively. And so I think it's just people getting upset and tired of being, taken advantage of, especially when it happens not just once, but several times. And you're on a vacation, it happens from time to time. It happened to, me and my daughter when we were over at, Animal Kingdom and Epcot. And so it kind of is frustrating when things like that happen.
It's I call it entitlement mentality. I paid for this. I'm going through it. And then you have people are like, well, I'm waiting in line. Why don't you? And those two different things clash. And people lose patience. And it's like, well, my family's up there. I just had to, they didn't come out of the line. They got there afterwards. Let's say these people, let's hypothetically, me and you were waiting in line, Bob, and La-Reina's in front of us, and she turns on, hey, I got to run to the bathroom. I'm coming right back with my family. We're not going to give a crap. Okay. They come back. It's fine. It's the ones that all of a sudden it's like their friends are texting, hey, I'm in line here. I've been waiting 45 minutes. We're almost here. Come in now. and a couple people come in, all of a sudden they're bringing this whole train through, and you're just like, what the hell is this?
Mm-hmm.
I can see people getting upset at that, but there's no reason to go hands on.
No, exactly.
Yeah, that's like the biggest one of the biggest issues is not enforcing when people are doing that and are jumping in front of the line. I've seen people who do that. I want to say a couple of times I've been live streaming. I think one time I was live streaming at Test Track, and I guess somebody had put their hands on somebody's kid, and the mom came over and she just basically said, "You do not put your hands on my kid. I don't care who the heck you are." Supposedly they only spoke Spanish, but I think there was a little wiggle room with that. But yeah, she was not happy. It's like, you do not put your hands on somebody's kid. You don't put your hands on another person. But at the same time, remember what the darn rules are. If your party is not with you, you need to wait until your party is with you before you get in line. Even when I'm live streaming, I will call people out for doing that. Of course, I'll say, folks, keep your party together. Like, I won't say, hey, you got the line, but I'll say, when I say that, you know exactly what I mean. I'm like, keep your party together. And sometimes people will see me give them the stink eye, and they're like, okay, maybe I should, I should go in line to do that. But yeah, it was more civilized. It has, especially with Lightning Lane. And again, when I was a engineering grad student, I did a lot of time and motion studies and watching people in Disney parks. When it was just, the fast pass, where it was physical passes, once they were gone for the day. Things moved a lot better. But with Lightning Lane, and especially with Fast Pass Plus, when the cast member would have to stop the line, and you guys have seen this in my live streams too, they'll stop the line, let like 50 Lightning Lane people pass or more, depending on that. And then they feed in the standby line. Which one was it? It was on the Jungle Cruise, where they literally had to get on the PA and tell people, we're sorry, due to capacity issues, your wait may be longer than posted, because people were getting pissed. I think that was also the same one where they had to call Skipper Chad to come to the to the dock. I've never heard that. I have never heard announcements about certain skippers to get back to the deck, but they were probably like, you know what, I don't want to freaking deal with people today. Hey, Izzo. Yeah, it's it's gonna get worse in the summer. It really is. Unfortunately, it's gonna get worse in the summer. You have, just like Tom was saying, you have people who feel that they're entitled, that I paid this amount of money and Disney nickels and dimes me. I'm just gonna do whatever, which is unfortunate, because it didn't used to be this way um, at all, unfortunately. But to get back to some good news about Disney, so Big Thunder Mountain Railroad reopening May the 3rd with a new track and a lower height requirement.
So, Bob, that means you don't have to slouch no more.
I didn't have to slouch the first time, but I'm excited for this.
I said it that way on purpose because you might be too tall. The height requirement.
I've only been on Big Thunder once, and that was several years ago, and the track was really, bumpy and rough, and so I'm glad to see that they're repairing it and they're fixing it. I was kind of surprised that the height requirement was lowered, but then maybe they reevaluated the ride and decided they didn't need to have, kids 42 inches and it's just 38. But I think it's awesome, and it means more kids can ride the attraction. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because it was, I think I forgot. I think I've told this story before. So I love Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. It was like riding in the back of a school bus, because you hit every bump and you're like airborne. This ride was absolutely nuts. Of course, my father gets in the line, doesn't pay attention to any of the announcements, and then gets mad when he gets off and he's just like, we got on and it said it's the wildest ride in America. I'm like, well, didn't you read the sign? All the signs? Did you not? Did you not read it? I just thought it was hilarious. So I love this. It's rough in the beginning. So I think I agree with Bob. I think especially with lowering the height requirement, they're probably not getting bumped up so high. The tracks are probably smoother. I know I've captured some of the refurbishments that they've been doing. So if the track is smoother and maybe they have better restraints, that they can lower the height requirement, and it's yet again another attraction that families, all the family members can kind of enjoy together. Who meet the high requirement. So I think that's a very good idea. Let's see what they've lowered it to. This is from WW Magic. Let's see, height requirement dropped to 38 inches, down from the previous 40-inch minimum. That's what Bob was saying. Comprehensive safety, blah
That's
blah
not that big of
blah.
a drop.
It's not, but here's the thing. The same height requirement as the other one, Slinky Dog Dash at Hollywood Studios. So here's
Kids.
some. I'm putting my engineer hat on. What this basically means is that now you have an additional ride that can kind of take the load off the other attractions that are less than 40-inch height requirement. So that'll be good. But also Slinky Dog Dash, again, that's a smoother coaster. That's Bob, do you guys have Slinky Dog Dash at Disneyland? I
No,
forget.
no, we don't have anything like that, unfortunately.
I forget.
Oh,
Kiss
so
My Grits.
we're gonna have to go on that, Bob, when you come here.
Oh, I've been on it before, actually. With
Oh, okay.
Ariel. So, but Kiss My Grits put supposedly they slowed down the coaster is why they lower the height requirement. Is that true? Because I didn't hear that.
I don't think so.
What?
Because if they did that, then yeah, I would not be happy about that.
Oh, I would not be happy. Rainbow Caverns. Okay, well, I did want that one. Man, if they slow, I will not be happy with that. If they've
I don't.
slowed it down to like say the Slinky Dog Dash, that is a Mack Rides coaster. That is it's a family coaster on purpose. It's not as fast, but it's not really supposed to be. Um Again, smoother track, definitely a smoother track. Double launch coaster. So the excitement is, backing up like a spring, and then let it go. Just does it twice. But man, they slow down Big Thunder Mountain. If Big Thunder Mountain Railroad is supposed to be a runaway mine train.
I don't think a height requirement would make it have to slow down. That doesn't. You're talking what? Not even 2-3 inches. That's.
Well, it's the other way. If they slowed it down on purpose, to drop the height requirement, then that would make sense.
I don't.
That would make sense if it's faster.
It's simple, La-Reina. Next time you go there, go ride it.
Well, that's true.
That'll
That's
answer
true.
the question. They'll let us know. Or Bob, get on the plane. Let's go.
That's true. I would say with regards to I can see the equations in my head, so to speak. Okay. I can see the engineer equations in my head. The taller you are, the more you're able to absorb it. If the ride is faster and the forces, the shorter you are, hit you a lot harder. So that's kind of that works. But the fact that they made, not the fact, we'll say the speculation that they made that decision in order to make Big Thunder Mountain more family friendly. With that, not good, not good. Hey, Enzo, how you doing? Bigfoot Entertainment. Haven't seen you in a while, my friend. I hope life is treating you well. So good to see you.
La-Reina, I have an idea.
What's that?
You're taller than my wife. both of you go on a ride and see which one tells you it feels faster. She gonna kill me.
She
Kiss
is
My
going to kill
Grit
you,
says,
Tom.
let's see, what did she say? She says, a few influencers posted on X some footage of them testing the ride, and they noticed it's significantly slower than
Testing's not it being live though.
before. Yeah, which that is true. And here's the reason why I bring that up. Remember last week I showed you guys footage of the testing that they were doing for Stardust Racers. Yeah, it was not going at full speed because they have to slow things down to check certain things. So of course it's not, going at full speed. So that when you're testing things, you're not exactly running things at top speed for certain reasons. But we'll see if they
I
slow
got a
that
astounding
down.
nope from Linda.
You don't want to go on it with me?
She
No
don't
one
like
wants.
coasters.
Oh, okay. Like I said, my friends and I loved this coaster because it's like, yeah, it just reminds us of riding in the back of the school. But it is wild. It is crazy. It will throw you all over the place. I was so there for it. I mean, when they had Splash Mountain, it's like you went on Big Thunder Mountain and you went on Splash Mountain. It was just fun. But I get it, but at the same time, I don't get it. But we'll see. We'll see when it opens how if slowed down, how that's gonna work. Mad Hatter says, "I love Buck Wild roller coaster." Yeah, me too. Me too. I'm the thrill seeker.
Malachi, I used to like them. I can't do it with my neck. Some of them.
Strap me in and I'll go. I'll go. I'm like the crazy person who I think when I first rode the Velocicoaster, I was like, "Where's the front seat line, please?" They're like, "Oh yeah, it's right over there," and it's full of people and go in the front seat. It was freaking awesome. It was freaking
That is a
awesome.
great coaster.
I want to go back on Monsters. I'm jonesing to go to Epic and go back on Monsters Unchained. I really like that ride.
It's really cool. It's really it
The
is
worst thing I ever
cool.
noticed from my back, honestly, was
Mm.
the water rides where you're spinning in the rafts because you have no
Oh,
con-
okay.
you just get bounced around like a pea in a boxcar. Do you feel the same way, Bob and Lorena?
Which one in the monster? Yeah, I kind of
No, no,
do.
no, no. When you're in a water ride and you're in that round raft, like
Sometimes, yeah.
SeaWorld, or when you're not really can't lock yourself in that good and you're getting banged around because you don't know which way something's coming, like a
For me, I
rapids
think
ride.
it's the restraints. If the restraints don't hold you very well, especially like unfortunately, Knott's Berry Farm, they have the Calico, rapids. They just have these Velcro seat belts, and that's it. It's not like a actual strap that you can tighten,
Hmm.
and so it definitely makes it a little more like you end up bouncing around, and the restraints that come undone sometimes while you're on the ride, and you get bounced
Hmm.
around a little bit more than you want to. Yes, but it's not so much at Grizzly River Run in DCA. I don't really have that issue. So
Okay. How about you, Lorena?
I've never done those.
Really?
Not because I haven't wanted to. I just have not had. Well, I haven't done one in a long time, just because things just came up and I didn't get a chance to. So I can't remember the last time I went on one of those things. Again, not because I didn't want to, it's just because other stuff kind of took priority. However, my nieces and nephews tell me that the one at the Animal Kingdom, is that Cali River? Is it Cali River Rapids?
oh yes,
Either
that's a
way,
great one.
they freaking love that. They went on that sucker like 3 times.
I was thinking about going on that Dudley Do Right thing.
Ripsaw
Oh,
Falls.
Oh, but I keep looking at it
yeah,
like I don't know how I'm gonna fare doing that neck wise.
it is so much fun, but yeah, it's a little bumpy.
Okay.
I want to try it. I just love the sound effect. It reminds me of the cartoons. So yeah, we'll have to find out if indeed the attraction has been slowed down. But we shall have to see. Well, we have got 60 of you folks in here watching. Thank you so very much. We have got Tom F. We have got Bob for Berry Place 28 dropping in as well. So we're going to switch on over here to Universal Orlando News. So, Bio Reconstruct, who is doing God's work, says this is the aerial photo of the expansion pad behind the Wizarding World at Epic. So this over here, of course, Momata, it's over there where that's the show building for Battle at the Ministry, which I finally got to go on last month.
Both. Believe it or not, both of them run together if you look at that for the Circus Arcanu and everything. They're kind of connected to the back way. It's interesting the way they did it. I was really looking at the preview center on the way the buildings worked.
Yeah.
And then this was like, okay, they did that pretty cool the way they did that.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't wait to see how they're going to expand this. But when you were looking at the model from the top down, you could see it a lot if you knew where to look. And it's like, okay, they left themselves a lot of room.
It was very obvious from the model that you could see where the expansion parts are, especially over in Super Nintendo World. You could see like that big, huge area. They had like even little John Deere tractors that they put on the model over that way. But yeah, very easy to see the expansion. And if you've ever been over here to the Ministry of Magic, it literally feels like you were in Paris. I kid you not. You're in the Montmartre section of Paris.
We've all been there. Everybody on this panel, right?
Yeah, right. Barry's been there too, right? Yeah. It's so cool.
No, I have not been on this ride because when we went with Tom,
it was closed.
It was opening week, and it was shut down for 4 hours. When they finally opened up, it was only for people who waited for 4 hours, no single riders, and so I have a free ticket to go back, but I have not.
Yeah, but you've been in the Paris section.
Yeah, we've been in the Paris. Sorry. Yeah, the Paris section, walking around. I think this is. Yeah, towards the towards the back. It looks like that's Nocturnal Alley, yep. I believe. But just how it looks, because the design team actually this is what the people who did Tiana's Bayou Adventure really should have done. So they sent the design team over to Paris, and they basically recreated, like on a grand scale, what it looks like. It looks like you're stepping into, and feels like you've stepped into 1920s Paris. Even the steps to Sacré-Cœur, they've like recreated. It's so amazing. I don't know what they're going to put over here.
I am hoping that they do some kind of Quidditch ride.
Oh, I know about that one, Kiss My.
Yeah, that one. Oh no.
You need the family dryer where you like the ones they have over in Isle of Burke, the family dryers standing there.
But they're funny because the dragons are sitting and taking a poop on you, basically farting at you to dry you up.
I love that humor.
But if they did a Quidditch ride, that would be fun.
That would be cool, but they would seriously have to do that, right?
They can kind of do it like monsters.
Kind of. It'll be interesting.
Good.
It'll be interesting. I'd love to see Quidditch. I mean, you get not exactly. You get a little bit of it in Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. That one part when you're on the Quidditch pitch. But yeah, I'm anxious to see what it is.
Or a true. I don't know what I mean. It's hard. It's hard to say where they were going to go with what ride it's going to be.
Okay. Kiss my grits. Okay, this makes sense.
Okay.
Rumors are the new Harry Potter ride at Epic will be a Quidditch match simulation with riders on brooms, so something likely similar to Flight of Passage. Have you gentlemen been on Flight of Passage at the Animal Kingdom?
I have.
Not in a long time.
That's a great ride.
People will stay in line for 3 hours because of just how awesome the queue is. I kid you not. No, no one will move. Although they do have the signs that say, no bathrooms inside. So you're well aware that there are no bathrooms, but that line is constantly long and people stay in it. And it is, again, old school Imagineering where the attraction starts the minute you walk into the queue. It is so freaking awesome. Is this expansion for Super Mario? No, this is over in the Ministry of Magic. So over here, down here to the far left corner, bottom left corner, that is Stardust Racers right there. And then over here, of course, is the Ministry of Magic. So Super Mario's on the other side, and yes, there is an expansion pad for that. Don't know what it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be Luigi's Mansion, but that's just me. We shall have to wait and see. And hold on a second, Lord of the Rings theme park. That's going to be Universal Great Britain. I'm going to die on that hill.
I'm hoping they make their. Let's say that nice little lot of land comes available that's close to Epic, that has a certain contractor company on it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say that becomes available. What do you think Disney would do if they actually did a Lord of the Rings land and other things there? I think that would Epic, if Universal did that and made another park like that, that'd be insane. Or did like a City Walk version and connected that other park to it, sort of like they have with.
I don't know. I I'll let Bob answer first.
Yeah, what do you think, Bob?
Yeah, Bob.
Sorry, ask the question again. I was replying to someone in the chat.
Oh well, what do you think if Universal got the land from that? There's a contracting company. I don't want to say their name, but they have land there. And
Stark Industries. That's
Stark Industries, as she calls it. But let's say they take that away, they get that land and they develop it and they put like a city walk area, but with another park there, and base it on Lord of the Rings and other IPs like that. What do you think Disney's response could be to that if they actually did something like that?
I don't know, because they're trying to do Villains Land right over in Florida, and that's not even panning out to be very well. From what I see, it keeps getting downgraded, so we'll have to wait till D23 to find out what they're doing and how they're going to do it. But I don't know. I don't know what they would add over there. They would have to add something really good to Paris. I don't know what they'd do. Not a right fan.
Just it's interesting seeing the difference, just speculating on what could come and what couldn't,
True. I still think that Lord of the Rings is going to be a Universal Studios Great Britain exclusive. I would go to the UK just to, I want an excuse to go to the UK. They put a Lord of the Rings park over there. Considering that's Tolkien's birthplace, I think that would fit absolutely freaking.
Well, I think Universal definitely would do that, and they would definitely do the Lord of the Rings. I think it's a great idea for them to do that. But I don't know what Disney's response would be right offhand. But I do think that they should, because that would be an amazing theme park experience.
Wouldn't it? Oh my gosh, you could hang out in Shire.
I'd apply to work there.
I totally get it.
I would totally apply to work in a Lord of the Rings area.
Steel Leg of History member for 47 months. My gosh, you guys are like the OG member crew. Thanks for all your kindness and support. I can never thank you enough for everything. I'm 55 from 1K. Awesome. My niece had me playing Sea of Thieves. She loves it. Well, that is so good to hear. So good to see you, Steel Leg of History. So inspirational. Love it that you've been supporting my channel for so long. You guys are absolutely amazing. Let's see. All right. We did that. I want to make sure I saw everybody. Kiss My Grit says the latest rumors on the expansion slot next to Super Mario will be Zelda, not Luigi's Mansion. Instead of Zelda, the Lost Continent will now be replaced by Pokemon. Dang it, I thought Lost Continent would be Zelda.
I was thinking the Lost Continent was actually going to be One Piece.
Yeah, you said that. You said that for One Piece. But Zelda, it would make sense, and here's why. Because when you go to the little store, the One Up store, there's a window in the One Up store that has Zelda
Yep.
in it. So I kind of agree with that. So you have in Super Nintendo World, of course, you've got Yoshi's Adventure in the bottom, which is so cute. Then you have Donkey Kong Country, which is in the back. Donkey Kong Country, Minecart Madness, that's all the way in the back. Then you have Mario Kart Bowser's Revenge. So that expansion pad right behind that, yeah, Zelda. They do that, then they're probably going to have it stay. You know how when you go to Donkey Kong Country, it's like you walk through that arch and then boom, it's like it just looks like you're in Donkey Kong Country.
I really think they're going to do another ride Donkey Kong Country also.
That would be cool if they did that. That's like a whole different, and it's like on purpose. Like when you walk through there, boom, you're in Donkey Kong. You're in Donkey Kong Country, which I love. I got my Donkey Kong. Finally got my float. So I got it in the little Donkey Kong barrel, which is really
me and Bob did not like the way the one Donkey Kong Country the seats in that roller coaster was not fun for us.
It wasn't the
You're
best
muted, Bob.
at all.
Yeah, sorry. Minecart Madness is a fun ride, but yeah, the
seats
it's not
are
really comfortable.
No.
No, it's I don't know. It's like it bumps you around a whole lot. Oh, Still Like, thank you so very much, my dear. Let me blow you up for gifting all of those memberships. Thank you so much for gifting those 5 La-Reina Creole memberships. I sure do appreciate it. If you got gifted a membership from Still Like, please do tell him thank you so much. One of the big perks of membership is that you guys get to hang out in the Cosmic Room to watch the Watch Party film of the week. You get to watch it with full audio and a video along with myself and Retro Nerd Girl. So thank you so much. So much for being here. And thank you, Deft Cracker Gaming, for becoming a sponsor. Sure appreciate that. Based on what I was saying, it'll be Hilldale, Back to the Future, Jurassic World, James Bond stunt show. Oh, I'd love to see that. Minions and Paddington Bear. Okay, Paddington definitely does make sense. Paddington and James Bond, those are like quintessential UK.
Bond, I'd go for a Bond thing.
I would. Oh, as a stunt show, I'd love it. They probably do the same thing like they do for the Jason Bourne show, but just for
yeah, but from Bond they can draw so much.
So one last thing I'm gonna show here before, because I know we're gonna lose Bob in a little bit. So there's new theming for the pop-up bar and the overflow queue of Transformers, concoctions, and frozen beverages. You see,
that's usually for Horror Night,
right? It? Yes, it usually is. But this is awesome for the summer. And I want to say Universal Japan actually did something like this before. They had like a frozen, well, it was like a whole map where you had to go around the park and they had different frozen drinks themed to certain anime characters. And it was kind of like a little scavenger hunt that you had to kind of do. But I think this is cool because they've got the creature from the Black Lagoon, of course, the original Florida Man with the sunglasses on. You can get pina colada, strawberry supreme, margarita, mango passion. This is great for when it's hot as I don't know what. And I think is it down where, let's see, is that the overflow queue for trans? Okay. Okay. So it's down near Transformers 3D ride. Yeah. Usually that's for Halloween Horror Nights, the Fanta Bar. So this is actually a good idea because when it's hot, as I don't know what, and you can get them in alcoholic and non-alcoholic. I always say the mocktails are worth it. It's not worth it for the markup on the alcohol, but the mocktails are amazing. Ooh, you get dog or beer, of course. Premium bar with your choice of Captain Morgan. You can get Tito's.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'd be stuck. Captain
Uh-oh.
Morgan, taquitos, Bacardi, forget Bacardi. Patron. I love Patron, silver tequila. It's so good. Jack Daniels, Old Number 7 whiskey, Crown Royal whiskey, Tanqueray, Cat Head vodka. Oh my gosh. That's gonna go over very, very well, actually, I think.
That's gonna be fun. Good place for me to get my where's the rum gun?
Like, where's the rum, everyone? Where's that? Where's that? Where's that?
Well, they did
Okay.
something similar to this over at Walt Disney World, or sorry, Universal Studios Hollywood, over in the Jurassic World area, and they made all these frozen, cocktail drinks, mocktails, and alcoholic drinks, and it was a great idea. So it's cool to see that they're actually doing this over there in Florida because they really need to.
Yeah, this is really cool. I like this. And actually, it's right around the corner from oh my gosh, uh, Minions Land. So they have like the Minions Cafe, which is really awesome. Minions Cafe. And then they have the Bank of Evil, and then they have the Freeze Ray Pops.
I like the Bank
Really
of
good.
Evil.
I do. I like that one. I like the Freeze Ray Pops.
I haven't tried one of those yet.
They're really good. They're expensive. They're pricey, but I will say this: it's actually worth it. They actually taste fresh, especially the lemon bar that's got the fresh lime in it, and it's down like near not the fresh lime, excuse me, mint that's at the bottom of the freeze pop. It doesn't taste like it's something that came out of a box. It actually tasted like they made it from scratch with the juice and everything, put it in the freezer and all of that. It's really, 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 really good. Well, Bob, I know you have to go, my dear. Thank you so much for being here. It's so good to see you. You want to tell folks where they can find you and my mods, if you could please put links to Barry's channel, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate it. It was great hanging out with you, La-Reina, and Tom, of course. You guys can find me at Barry Place 28 on all my social media channels. So YouTube, X, let's see, Facebook, Instagram. And then, of course, you can also find me with Danny and Cordy at the Park Streamers Hangout every couple weeks. But I will be streaming tomorrow at Disneyland in the afternoon. We're going to celebrate my 3-year anniversary with Barry Place 28. We're about a month off, but unfortunately, since my dad was sick and ill and passed away, we couldn't celebrate. So we're going to celebrate tomorrow to make up for it and have a great time. And then if you guys have been following me, I'll take next week off and I'll be back the following week. But thank you again, and I hope you guys have a great day.
See you later, Bob.
You too. Thanks so much, Bob. Good seeing
Bye, everyone.
you.
Have a great day.
You too. Oh my gosh, that was such a great surprise.
That's awesome.
Bob, it's so great. Kiss My Grits for $19.99. You know I have to hit you with the old school one. Here we go. This is pathetic. Yeah.
Join in, folks. It's yodeling time.
Here at Lester's.
Elephant green screen effect.
I will never let them forget that.
Yeah.
I will never let them forget what they did. Splash Mountain. Kiss My Grits for $19.99. Thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate the channel support. What do y'all think the Universal Mystery Project next to Top Golf and the Convention Center will be? New hotel, new water park. I'd love an Amity Island themed water park near Epic, which would include a new Jaws ride. But you know what? Let me pull up. Tom, what do you think? While I'm pulling up Google Maps.
This is the first I'm hearing of that. So I don't know. I'm totally surprised. Maybe the Yamini Island would be cool if it was a Jaws theme. You know, could you picture some swimmers coming up and all of a sudden have a shark fin come up?
Hmm. So you're saying next to Top Golf in the convention center. So let's see. Here's Top Golf. Okay, with the convention center over on the other side. I'm probably thinking about here. Hmm.
Lauren, I sent you a message real quick. I'll be 2 seconds.
Sure. Let's see, huh? Let's see Luke's apartments. There's Ray's Cakes. There's Top Golf over this way. Huh. New water park, new hotel. It could be. It could be a new hotel. I don't know if it's going to be a new water park because they've already got Volcano Bay. So it very well could be another hotel. Because let's see, here's Epic Boulevard. Let's see, there's Kirkman admin building. Hmm. There's a parking, Epic Boulevard. There's Courtney, the Rosen. Yep, I'm thinking it's going to be another hotel. And here is why. Here's Stella Nova over here. Stella Nova. There's Terra Luna. Okay, so this is already their property. So it can more than likely be. I'm going to say it's going to be another hotel. Probably a hotel between price wise. I think it's going to be between what's being charged now for Stella Nova and Terra Luna and what's going to be priced for Helios because Helios was, oh my gosh, their prices have gone up so much. I mean, I get it, but I tried to stay there for spring break and was just like, okay, it wasn't as bad as Disney prices. Okay, I'll put it that way. But considering I live so close, it was just not really worth it. So I skipped out on that. So if they're coming up with a hotel that I want to say is value plus, think of like Cabana Bay. So if they build a retro hotel, can you imagine if they built like a retro 80s hotel?
That'd be awesome.
That would be cool. Because Cabana Bay, first of all, Cabana Bay gets booked all the time. They've got their own lazy river. They've got access to Volcano Bay, their own entrance into Volcano Bay. So I can totally see them recreating that. Oh, and a bowling alley. They got a bowling alley. They got a bowling alley over there too. So I could see if they totally did that. Universal owns the land next to Top Golf and it started clearing
I
up.
wonder if they're doing that for that. They were also talking about a transportation hub from their main parks to Epic. Remember, they were talking about that.
Yeah, because here's Kirkman. I've driven through here a lot. There's Kirkman, there's Epic Boulevard, here's Universal Boulevard, and there's Top Golf that's right there. Top Golf right behind Andretti, right there, Andretti's golf cart. So it would be over here. So it would make sense. Here's Terra Luna. There's Terra Luna Resort, like right here. So that would make sense if they put another hotel there. So we'll see. We'll see because the park is up here. I don't think they're going to spill it across Kirkman. Nah, I don't think that's going to happen. But another hotel would make sense. We'll see if they have a hotel here, hotel here. And yeah, it kind of makes sense.
I'm just
They built
Curious
the
to see
80s.
what they do.
Yeah, but they
If you
built
did
it.
an 80 Retros 80 hotel and they had a metal wing, yeah, I'm gonna be there.
Can you imagine if they had that? If they built an old school arcade, like not emulators. I mean, I know it's kind of hard, but you can
No,
definitely
they
tell
can
the
do it.
difference between a regular one and an emulator.
I would yeah, I'd be there a lot.
Be there, but yeah, I would too. I would totally do that. Hey, Real Wade Nation say could be Pokemon. From what we've heard, they're probably going to put Pokemon over at the Lost Continent in Islands of Adventure.
Has
Is what
anybody
I'm thinking.
has anybody talked yet about what they're gonna do in the Simpsons land once they take that away?
Here's my guess, and I'm willing to bet money on it. I think something tells me that I'm right, and it has to do with the way that the ride vehicle system is that's in place. I think they're going to turn that into Luigi's Mansion.
That would give them a draw for the Nintendo fans to go to that park. Yeah,
I mean, think about it with just the projections
and it's
and
not the
everything.
first time they split up IPs to different parks. Look at the Harry Potter stuff.
Yeah,
They could also do the Lost Con. They temporarily turned some of it into How to Train Your Dragon 2 before that opened.
yeah, that's right with the photo ops and all that stuff
Yeah, and
that
they
they
got
did.
they,
Yeah,
they got a lot of traction with it. So I mean, makes sense.
yeah. So I think that I think they're going to put Luigi's Mansion over there. It would be, I would say, the easiest turnaround and bang for the buck. I think so, but
Yeah.
we
Do
shall
we
see
know
because
when that contract's up for The Simpsons?
um it's pretty soon. I think Universal it's if it hasn't happened already, it will be very very soon.
If I was Universal, I'd hold on to it and say, nope, we're just going to go month to month and make them just sweat.
It may be part of the I was gonna say maybe part of the Hulu deal, but I don't. Universal has so many forward plans right now. The Simpsons is like a drag on it,
Yeah,
so
I know.
they're more than willing to like, we got plans. I think they were holding on to it before they had Epic Universe. Now the Epic Universe is up and running. It's like, no, you can take it back. You can totally take it back. What about something Mario Galaxy related? I haven't seen the movie yet, so I don't know what that would be. Um,
Oh, a Star Fox ride.
I would love that. Barrel
That'd be cool.
roll. They may put that over in I want to say they may put that over at uh at Epic. It'd be cool if they could do that, but that's more of like I would say I don't think maybe it's me more of a dynamic simulator ride that may need
Yeah.
more room. But we shall definitely see. And Simpsons is up in 2028. Okay, yeah, 2028 or 2029. Let's extended it. Yeah,
So,
I
so
think they're letting
you're
that go.
talking, if you're thinking about stuff, you'd be able to plot out things and figure out, okay,
Yeah.
you would have Lost Continent up and running before you bring, that's the smartest way to do it.
And remember, Universal is notorious for just doing stuff
And not
and,
saying crap.
and not saying crap. And it's like we can say it. We can go back and read. Like look at the posts.
Plausible deniability.
Yes, watch for the posts about Velocicoaster. It's
Or
like
they just
we
go,
can
you
see
don't see
it.
this.
Mm-mm.
That's not the ride you're looking at.
No, you don't see anything. Well, there's some changes coming to Universal
I'm
that
upset about this.
I just found out. So apparently, Universal Legacy Store is returning, Burger King Whopper Bar closing, and more coming. So apparently, what they're going to do here with the Universal Legacy Store is returning to City Walk after its permanent closure in 2024. Has housing props and all that stuff. So the Epic Universe Preview Center is going to be going away. It's about
I don't
time to
want that
go.
too. I like that model.
You know, I wonder where that model, they got to put that somewhere else because they paid about 500, half a mil around that for that.
And
That model was
you wonder if they're
crazy.
gonna put the model, add more onto it, because I'm like,
I don't know.
come on.
I don't know, but yeah, that model, to show you how detailed that model was,
It's
people were
insane.
just going into the preview store just to look at the model. It was
The only thing
that
off in
detailed.
Paris on it was where the Circus Ocanu tent was compared to
Hmm.
it,
Yeah.
and they probably changed that after the model was built.
Hmm. I
I
believe it.
mean, most of it, the entrance was right. Some of the walkway, it's like, wow, they did a nice job on that.
They totally
Hey,
did.
I'll take it cheap. University, want a place? I'll give up my front room for it.
Well, the Epic Universe Preview Center is going to close on April 13th, and then that's going to bring back the Universal Legacy Store, which will open in late April. Right now, it's like over to the side, someplace, not so, yeah, not so great, but they're going to be bringing it back. So that's going to replace where the Epic Universe Preview Store is going to be. This one I am not too thrilled with. They're going to be changing the Burger King Whopper bar. They're going to close that down and they're going to put a Five Guys there. One of the reasons that I don't like that is because I don't like how much Five Guys charges for their mediocre food.
And that Burger King there is kind of a different Burger King. It's kind of a lot better.
Yeah, it's really, remember back in the day at Pecos Bills where you could, you had the Fixins bar and all that, all that stuff. Yeah, that's what I liked about the Burger King Whopper bar. So I'm
When are they
not,
closing that?
let's see, closing April 21st.
Oh, so I got to
So
get my butt there before it closes.
yeah, so if you want to get to the Burger King Whopper bar, got to get there by April 21st. I may have to roll over there myself to go see it, but I do not like Five Guys.
Only thing I
They're
like about Five Guys is if you go in there and you say, "Hey, I want extra bacon on it, an extra bacon on it," and add even more bacon, and then add cheese, they'll do it, and they can't charge you more.
hmm,
Don't ask me how I know that. I'll plead
yeah,
the fifth.
Five Guys is so overpriced. I just remember getting Five Guys for my brother-in-law, my sister-in-law, myself, and Camera Girl. And I hadn't been to a Five Guys before because I really didn't see a need to.
Ain't cheap.
No, I was like, I'm sorry, how much is that for for those, if you know, In and Out Burger, that's worth how much they charge for In and Out Burger. In and Out Burger so freaking good and they make that stuff fresh.
But
Five
tell you the
Guys,
truth, there's places now it's $20-something for a burger now. It's insane.
it's nuts. It's to the, let's put it this way. I'm glad I have an air fryer. I'm glad I have liquid smoke. And I'm glad I have Angus burger patties from Aldi.
I will tell you, you need to go try Toothsome's Burgers.
I didn't try the burger. I had something else while I was there.
And the
I'll have to
cowfish
look it up.
burgers are good too. But know who's surprising for burgers?
Yeah.
Cheesecake Factory.
Hmm.
Try them.
Interesting. I'll check that out. Well, let's see. Luke Combs is a category 10. I don't know who this guy is, but apparently Universal Orlando and country star Luke Combs recently announced that the third location of Combs category 10 entertainment venue franchise will be at Universal City Walk sometime in late 2027. So apparently he's got a flagship location in Nashville.
I wonder if they're taking over the ABC. Because where are they putting that?
That's what I'm thinking. New today, the waterfront location.
Waterfront location,
Yeah.
ABC.
Yeah.
I'm curious. Or they're going to
Yeah.
build something new.
It'll be interesting to see. I don't know, but they're adding more stuff, of course, which is always good to add to City Walk. Of course, you have to pay for parking during the day, but after 6 p.m., parking is free. If you are going to a matinee at the Cinemark Theater, and I wholeheartedly recommend going to the Cinemark Theater, it is so freaking posh. If you buy matinee tickets, you will get your parking reimbursed if you're there before 6. I went there to go see Super Mario Galaxy. It is that theater complex is so luxe. I mean, you got concession stand on the bottom floor, and then on the top floor, there's another concession stand that you could go to.
Oh yeah. Aldo's asking, "What's up? Can we just go to another Burger King?" I don't think he understands that this Burger King isn't a normal Burger King.
It's not a normal Burger King. It's oh my gosh, it's almost I almost want to say it's like a boutique experience burger
Yeah.
bar. Like the burger options are elevated, the dining area is elevated. It's an elevated experience.
Okay, think of it this way. You remember that movie where Taco Bell won the fast food wars? Now let's say Burger King did it in that location.
Mhm. Same thing. Same thing. Retheme of the NBC Sports Bar. Yes, exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm thinking. So we'll have to keep an eye on what's going on over at City Walk. I prefer City Walk more to Disney Springs, honestly.
Really? What changed your mind? I
I
thought you liked Disney Springs more for a while.
uh I do, but I freaking hate the parking. It's at Disney Springs. They're both good, but I think with City Walk, I don't know. I don't know if it's how they have everything set up. I do know as far as like movie theaters, I definitely prefer the one at City Walk than I do.
Well, if you had a choice for the donuts, the ones we usually have our meetup at, or the Voodoo donuts?
You know what? Everglazed. I love Voodoo
Really?
Donut. I do, but Everglazed has more disrespectful donuts.
True, true. There's
I
a
would say
place down near Sunrise called Hertz Donuts. Did I show you what the donut case looks like?
no.
Give me a second.
No, you'll have to show me. So while Tom is bringing that up, I know it's taken us a while to get here, but this is kind of how the show goes. If you know, you know. Universal Orlando has announced Halloween Horror Nights 35. If you've never been to Halloween Horror Nights, wow, it's nuts. I got plenty of live streams and videos on my channel about Halloween Horror Nights. It is the premier Halloween event here in Orlando. Of course, Disney has Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, which is it's more of like a family friendly event. SeaWorld has Howl a Scream at Night, and then there's like a more family friendly one that's during the day. What do you got for me?
Move back.
Donut holding. Is that in a big? Hang on. I got to blow you up here. Is that a VHS? No way. Hertz Donut. I have never heard of them. Hertz Donut. You know what? That is.
Tell me
quite,
that is not cool.
that is the coolest donut box that I've ever.
Why do you think I kept it? The donuts were off the hook, but this was cool, and apparently they are a chain.
Hey Rose, good seeing you, my dear.
They
Good
are a
seeing
chain.
ya. Oh, they're a chain. Okay, I'm gonna have to check them out
It was.
just for the box.
I seen that. Me and Linda walked in, and I seen that box. I'm like, I'm buying a box. I'm buying it. When she's like, "Why?" I want that. I geeked out.
Well, folks, yes, this is Halloween Horror Nights. it's insane. No matter how many nights they have, it's still freaking crowded.
Do you think I would be able to take a 10-year-old and under to this?
It depends on how your 10-year-old is. I have seen little kids there. I was weird, so that worked for me. And I actually saw, a young girl around the same age who was not freaking phased whatsoever. I would say I would not bring them in the haunted houses. I think the scare zones would be okay because it's more like performance art, and they can kind of gauge, the performers can kind of gauge what's going on depending on who's walking around or whatever. Um, let's see, the scare zones, of course, Diagon Alley. You've got the Death Eaters that they will have there. They do recommend this experience if you're 13 and up. Again, know your kids. If you've got weird kids who they'll watch horror movies like me, they'll ask you questions like, "What's an autopsy?" and we'll
Yeah.
take detailed notes about what that is. More than likely, they'll kind of be okay. I think. Again, you got to know your kids. If they're scaredy cats, you don't want to take them. The funniest thing I saw, I kid you not, it was a brother and sister, and it was obvious that the sister was older because the little brother kept hiding behind her, and she's just like, "Get away from me!" I'm trying to enjoy what's going on. But yes, this is Halloween Horror Nights 35. Tickets are on sale. You want to get these tickets if you plan on going.
What are they on sale for? Do they give us prices?
I think they're gonna give us some prices. I'm gonna look at these in a minute to show you guys, but I will say, once you look at this ticketing information, you need to make a plan to jump on it. So I'll show you. Let's see here. We got tickets, explore
And they
with
usually do pass holder discounts
extras.
too.
They do. They do. I'll get to the extras in a little bit, but let's see. They're doing that again this year. Okay, if you can afford to do this, Halloween Horror Nights Premium Scream Night. Basically, you get this experience to yourself and a small group of people who want to pay how much it is. Food's included, shorter wait times, you get free parking, all you care to eat select food and non-alcoholic beverages. I didn't do this last year because I was broke. Um,
Oh wow,
but
there's a wait already.
all right, I will say, if you want to do this, get the tickets now. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. The nights for this sold out because basically you get to go there first. There's hardly anybody there. So let's see. Oh, well, this is good. Let's see. Single tickets. Tara. Okay, so single night tickets. Okay, premium scream night starting at $400. This will sell out.
Ouch.
And again, this is also the pricing model that Universal has. They will price it this high up front because it's a limited experience. It's not like they'll keep overselling it. Like Disney will oversell it. Just like you do with Lightning Lane and all that, they will oversell it. With this, there's a hard limit where there's a certain amount of tickets, and that's it. But this premium scream night, and they've said, and they have two of them because before it was only one. So it looks like there's one August 27th and one October 19th. So they added a night because last year sold out.
August?
August 27th or October 19th.
Wait a
So
second. So they're starting it that early this year? In
Yes.
August?
Yes. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. We've got, usually this starts like right before Labor Day weekend, I want to say. August 27th. Yeah, that means Halloween Horror Nights is probably starting on the 28th, right? Well, we'll find out. But either way, I just wanted to point out that if you want to go to premium scream night, you need to make plans whether or you're going to light this candle or not, because it is the equivalent of, hardly anybody in the park
Yeah.
except for those who paid. All the food you care to eat, bring your Ziploc bags, okay? Bring all that and non-alcoholic beverages. Of course, you have free parking. Okay, that's already a $30, $35 value
I get
right
free
there.
parking anyway.
And the shorter wait times. That's the thing, the
That's the thing.
shorter wait times. Because if you do Halloween Horror Nights, you need to get the express pass. If you don't get the express pass, you're going to have to get there super early, which you can do. I've talked about it before. We'll have another
Are they still doing the frequent fear pass?
that is an excellent question. So let's see here. If you know what, they do those later. They don't do them right away because they want people to buy the tickets first. Let's see here. Two details. All right, because I want to look for the dates. Where's the dates? I was right. The 28th.
Wow. That
There's
is
the 28th. So that is
so.
the first
Here's
one.
something you people got to know if you plan to visit. Any of those dates that you see, they have numbers there. That means studios is closing early that day. So
This
if
is
you're
true.
planning to go there for a regular day ticket or you have park hopper tickets, you might want to refrain from that and just keep to the aisles if you want to spend the whole day, or start your day off early on the studio side and then go to Isles of Adventure, because you'll get bounced out at 6. And a lot of times they shut down the train too that goes across from.
Yes, they will shut it
They
down.
do it
So
at a
you
certain
have to
time. I
get
think
there.
like an hour before the park closes, I
They do
think.
like around an hour. You have to jump on that
So
train
keep
and
that
get
in
out.
mind.
I'm guessing Scream will be one of the haunted houses this year. Possible. I would love to see them build the juke joint from Sinners too. That's probably going to be, I'll say maybe within a few years.
Probably.
Somebody's probably pitched it, because what they do, and I learned this during the behind the screens tour. So if you don't want to do the haunted houses during Halloween Horror Nights, you can do the lights on tour, which is really cool. What they do is people pitch ideas for haunted houses. Like, you have to have the whole story pitch. So if someone pitched a Sinner's haunted house and it got selected, that doesn't mean that the house is implemented that year. It could be further
No, they got to
on.
develop it and everything else.
Yeah. So, but there's active pitches that go on for these. It's like pitching a movie. It's like you have to have a cohesive concept about what that haunted house is going to be. What's the storyline? What's the mood that you want to set? Do you want something, like, say, Beetlejuice level, or do you want something Insidious level? I saw the Insidious house lights on. I'm just like, I'm glad I did. So I don't think I could. I warned people. I was just like, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be nuts. It's gonna be nuts. It's so scary. But here's the prices. Of course, the first weekend is going to be more expensive until you get into, like, say, October. Wow, really? Okay.
It went up from last
It
year a
did
little bit.
go up. It did go up. I will say it's
I got to
gone
see what the
up,
pass holder prices are later.
but the value is there. So they will sell the single tickets first. The single ticket pricing they will have out first. Frequent Fear, which is the multi-night passes, they usually will come out later.
And
Not
they're the frequent fear. I think Marvin had one, and I think he was able to go almost every night of it if he wanted to. There was no blackout.
Yeah, some of them there's no blackout. One of them is only for, I think, I want to say, the
Weekdays or
first weekend,
yeah.
and then that first month. And if you want to upgrade the ticket, you can, but you can only upgrade it to, I think, like the frequent fear one by the end of that
Me,
particular month.
I
So they
think
kind of do
honestly, I like to do it towards September, October. I don't want to do it in August.
It's hot and nasty.
It's just not that. I'm not into. I don't want to burn myself out on it.
That's for me. I don't like it that early because it is hot and miserable. I don't like it. I did the
And there are
opening.
changes in studios when you walk through certain zones. Things look different. So
Mhm. So here's of course, you can do the Scream early ticket. So this is where you can get into the park. Oh, after two. That's new. Usually it was like after, I think like after three or four, but now
after
after
4,
two. Yeah.
so that
See,
means they're giving you interesting.
it's gone up, but that's okay. You get more hours. So basically, you get to get into Universal Studios early. And here's the thing, you're there early when they're closing down the park.
You're
They'll
staying.
corral you to this other area, like stay and scream, so you can wait. And then here's the other thing, they do not announce when they will open up the houses early. So as soon as they open up the queue, people are in that queue already waiting. And some houses, they won't tell you that they'll open them up early. I mean, granted, it's during the day, but you know what? If you do not have the money to pay for Express Pass, this is the next best thing to do, is to get there, you know, at this particular time. You have to pay for parking, but it's a good deal. I honestly
Oh yeah,
always
and just so you
recommend
know,
it
if
to
you're used to
people.
going to City Walk on those nights, if it's a Halloween Horror Night, free parking doesn't happen till 12 a.m.
Yeah, you have to get there. Well, if you're a pass holder, you have to get there before 6 o'clock.
Yeah, even a pass holder, you can get there and you still get in with your pass if you have a certain pass. They'll
Yeah,
still let you free park.
yeah. By 6, they'll let you free park. But after that, you ain't going out till yeah. Till then, let's see, the Halloween Horror Nights Express Pass. So let's see. This is what it starts at. I know. I know. You want to put the bag over your head and like, is it really that expensive? This is the
Yes, but
difference
once these
between
sell
you.
out, that's it.
That's it. You can't get them. They will give you, there is a special pass, express pass you can get that's valid after midnight, but that's in park that you have to get. That's available after midnight. Halloween Horror Nights, I think, goes on to like 3 a.m. or something like that.
Yeah.
But with the express pass, this is the difference between you getting done houses by 10 p.m. or you're not getting them done by 3 a.m.
Unless you have the monthly ticket where you can go the frequent fear and you're local and you can do that.
Mhm.
That's where that pays out.
Yeah, that's where it does. So,
So
oh my,
let's put it this way: you're paying out either way. Doesn't matter.
you really are. And see, this is 190 all the way up to 240. Now, this is per night. If you're gonna go per night,
So think about this: you're going to do this, or you're going to do Epic. There's your choice. Which one would you pick, Lorena? I'm putting you on the spot. I'm putting you on the spot.
if it's just me,
Just you.
I'm going to Halloween Horror Nights. If you have a family and you don't know if they could tolerate Halloween Horror Nights or not, go hang out in Darkmoor Epic.
That's. I'm honestly, I like the Halloween stuff. I really do, but I would pick Epic just because I know I'm not going to deal with as much craziness.
Which is true. Which is true. Speaking of crazy, with how many people, it is packed. You There's so many people there. I don't care what night of I've never been to a Halloween Horror Nights that has not been full of freaking people. Oh,
Unless it's raining.
right, unless it's raining. Which reminds me, if you have a water container like this, you need to have it empty. On Halloween Horror Nights, they will not let you bring it in. You need to either empty it or throw it out. They will not let you do that. So for folks who like to fill up their water bottle, keep it empty, fill it up after you get into
They don't want you to bring in the booze.
Yeah, they want you to pay for the booze when you get in there.
And they don't care if they think it's water because they can't prove it's water.
No, they can't. They can't. So this is for the express pass per night. So this is one that you get
Actually
online.
not that bad for an express pass per night.
No, it's really
That's
not.
an add-on to your ticket, though.
That's an add-on. So again, this is, what they start at. And then of course there's the one that you can get when you're in the park where you can get the express pass for after 12 p.m. I think it's like $100 or something like that. But you have to be in the park in order to
So with these prices here, it's almost worth going up to the next tier pass for me. Because it's about the same amount of money difference.
Free ticket.
Yeah.
I will say, here's the other cool thing, because I did this one year, which is the Unmasking the Horror Tour. I love
You did that. I remember you
I did. I did this time. It includes lunch, because last time it wasn't included. Do the 6-house tour. Don't do the 3-house tour. That's not freaking worth it. The 6-house tour is great. It gives you lunch. When you go in, when you register, there's like a room that has like different costumes from the different, that the Scream actors would wear. So you get to check out all that stuff. You have your own VIP guide. You get a lanyard. It's so cool. The person who you get, usually who tells you what's going on, they're so knowledgeable. And of course, there's places where you get to take photographs. Not video. I found out not video unless they tell you otherwise, but you can take pictures where you're allowed to. There's certain places that they won't let you photograph because it takes away from the impact of when people actually go through the house, themselves. So what I did one year is I took all the pictures and I went through them like on stream that I took of the behind the scenes tour. And that's where you guys got to see the Insidious house. Like all the stuff, the way that they did it up to a certain point in the Insidious house is pretty cool. Pretty cool. So this starts at $99.99. I highly recommend doing this, especially if you are a scaredy cat. Okay, this is a cool family thing to do. All right, but you can kind of just tell the kids it's like Scooby-Doo or whatever. This is a cool thing to do. You can do the tour. You can tour the haunted houses. You can see how they put stuff, together. The kids can ask gross questions like, do you have a vomit scent? Yes, they do. Do you have a poop scent? Yes, they do. Yeah, they do. Really, really. Ask people who went through the Terrifier house. There's a reason I did not want to do that one because just saying. There's a scent you can buy for everything. I did not know that until I went through this haunted house tour. So that's a cool thing to do, to put on the list. Now, I know we were talking about the multi-day tickets. So they're not out here yet. However, and this is what you need to know. When Universal finally puts up the multi-day tickets, the multi-night tickets, Touch of Fear, Rush of Fear, Extreme Fear.
Goes quick.
Not only do they go quick, but the option for the express pass for all three of those goes quick as well because they are limited. Can you imagine all you pay is $1,000 and you get express pass access for 40 nights?
I still think that's way too much money, but I understand. It's like $1,000. I'm looking at another guitar first. Sorry.
People will pay it, and like we discussed on this channel with Universal, they price that stuff high on purpose.
Yes, because it's limited and it gives a better experience.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like
if you're going to go just to get the ambience of everything, you don't care about the houses, then you don't care.
Yeah, because I didn't get an express pass. The first time I did Halloween Horror Nights, I did get the express pass, and I'm glad I did because I got to do, all the houses. I was done. But with me being local and I got the, Rush of Fear pass and all that, I wasn't really into the haunted houses. I don't. I just got the issue with
I remember you
picking
live
up the
streaming
wrong.
different zones, and those guys would come up, and the scare actors love it.
Thank
Yeah,
you. It's so funny. Especially after they, recognize that you're there so much.
yeah, they
You
look at
know,
you like, okay, here comes the streamer. Let's ham it
yeah,
up. Let's
they
get some
they
free publicity.
they totally ham it up,
Are
and
you
I
planning
love
to
it.
do the SeaWorld one this year? Because I've been trying to drag you
Um,
to that for the last 2 years.
I don't know. I'll have to see. I do want to try it because
Hollow
I
Scream
didn't
was
get to see it
fun.
last time.
It's
I didn't
fun.
get to see Hollow Scream. I did want to check out Hollow Scream. I really did because I want to see how it compares to Halloween
You still got your SeaWorld
Horror.
pass?
No,
Okay.
I let mine expire. But just a heads up to tell you guys about Halloween Horror Nights, especially for those of you who plan. You need to start figuring out your plans now. I know it's April, it's too early. No, it's not. It's
It's
not.
like going
People
to
are
a
already
concert.
Yeah, people are already doing speculation videos about what houses are gonna be there. So if you know 4 months ahead of time that a multi-night ticket plus express pass is going to cost you $1,000 and you want to save and you want to start saving for that ahead of time, that's why we give you that information, because these are the kind of things that you can choose to, how would I say, customize your Halloween Horror Nights experience, so to speak. Oh, which reminds me, there's also the RIP tours. So if you're
Oh, yeah.
scared of going by yourself, you can get scared together with some people you don't know. You get VIP entry into the haunted houses. You get Universal Express unlimited access. You get tour reception. There's a RIP tour credential. You get valet parking for this one. And yeah, usually the person leading it, they're in like hospital scrubs. Oh, and the janitors or the custodial staff during Halloween Horror Nights, all their uniforms have blood spatter on them.
Yep.
It's so cool. It's so cool. It's so cool. Hey, Jonathan, happy Saturday. Good to see you, my dear. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so the last thing that I'm going to show you so we can wrap up. I was trying to wrap it up in 2 hours, but a lot of information to give you guys. And the last thing I want to show you guys is
Box lunch.
box lunch. And here's the reason why I want to show you box lunch. And another site I'm going to show you. When you're getting theme parks sell you merchandise at a crazy markup. Okay. What if I told you you can get Disney, Universal, Pokemon, all that stuff? You can get that kind of stuff ahead of time and actually cheaper. So one of my favorite places is Box Lunch, and Box Lunch actually has a location in the Florida Mall where you can order it and pick it up. So let's say you know around when you're going to be in town, you can set up an order, have it sent to the Box Lunch store in the Florida Mall and pick it up when you are in town. And yes, plenty of people do that. This is a lounge fly you can't get in the park. Every time I get stopped about my lounge fly in the park, it's a lounge fly I did not buy in the park. And people are like, "Where the heck, did you get it?" Got from Box Lunch. Box Lunch gives you coupons. They run specials. Look at this. It's like different bags you can get.
I'm not the right crowd for this one.
Oh no, no. Probably not for this. But let's just say, where is that One Piece jersey? They got the straw hat.
Oh
They
man,
got the
I got to shout out to my buddy Marino.
they got the backpack. Check it. All this merch that
Wow.
that you can get, and they run sales all the time. If you join their rewards program, I think you get like $5 on your birthday. You get like free shipping deals.
That's
It's
pretty cool.
free to have it shipped to store. But this
Do they
is like,
have Harry Potter stuff?
yes, they do. Yes, they do. As a matter of fact, because there's Slytherin and then there's everybody else. Oh, I need that one. Oh, that is nice.
No, I like the one on the right.
I need that jersey. I love this stuff. You get just like everything, all the pop culture stuff. I like that beanie. That's cool too. Fountain
Fountain pen, right?
pen. Oh wow, God. Serpent bookend. I like that. I like that. There's all of this stuff that you can get before before your
I have
trip.
to
So
check that out. I got to look there and find some stuff to see after what the granddaughter likes. I don't even know what house she's going to be in yet. I can hope Slytherin, but she might be a Hufflepuff, like Linda.
mhm.
And as long as she's not a Gryffindor.
Yeah. Oh, I like this jacket. I didn't even know that. I knew there are these princess jerseys that are sold at the Magic Kingdom, I think over at Epcot as well, but they're like $80. I'm like, I don't want to spend any dollars. This one's cropped and it's only 50. Buy two, get one free. Okay. Active jacket. There's like all this stuff.
They have nice stuff.
They have nice stuff for like every kind of pop culture thing that you're.
So they probably even have Hello Kitty and everything like that.
Yes, they have everything. Hello Kitty, all of it. All of it. And the merchandise is consistently
Ooh,
is
That's
consistently
Demon
good.
Slayer swords, huh?
Mhm. Yep. So they have all this stuff. So before your trip, go to Box Lunch. I highly suggest signing up for, their rewards program, for their loyalty program, for their email list, all that stuff. And you get great deals on this. So with planning, if you want to buy like all the shirts and stuff for your family or, lounge flies where you don't want to pay the park price. Although I will say, which one is it? Dang it. I wonder if they still have this bag. Hold on. I think they only sell it at Universal now. Because every time I go out with it, I get stopped. Oh, they only have the wallets. Yeah. I have a 3-zipper My Hero Academia lounge fly bag that has 3 zippers, 1 zipper for Bakugo, 1 zipper for Deku, and 1 for Ochaka. I always get stopped when I have that bag. And I think they only sell it at Universal now. I didn't buy mine at Universal. I bought mine. Actually, I bought mine directly from Loungefly. So you can buy it directly from Loungefly, but Box Lunch is one of my favorite ones to go to because they give you box lunch money. I know. Yeah, it sounds funny. They give you box lunch money that you can spend at a later date. It's really well worth it. So Box Lunch is one of the places I recommend. The other place that I recommend that is not talked about a lot, but I have used this place religiously, and that is 6pm.com. If
Never
you're
heard of it.
trying to buy sneakers, Crocs, stuff like that, the only reason that I know about it, and this is when Amazon can't sell their stuff on Zappos, they dump it over here on 6pm.com. It was actually a security breach that revealed Amazon was behind 6pm.com. So you can go here. I have always gotten cheap Crocs and sneakers
If
and
Linda's
luggage.
seeing this, and she sees shoes,
She is now. She is now. So yeah, you can go here and get like Crocs and all that stuff, deep, deep discounts. But they also have, luggage. I've ordered luggage from 6pm.com. I've ordered backpacks from 6pm.com. This is like equivalent to like say Marshalls or TJ Maxx for Amazon. So if you're trying to get sneakers and clogs, and I love Crocs. They're ugly as sin, but oh, look at these. I actually had some of these for my daughter
Dad
like
man needs
years
those.
ago. Uniform. These things are amazing. I mean, it gets rainy, cold, your feet are still warm. These are absolutely perfect. But
Not
yeah.
me. I'll pass.
Not being you pass. You don't want glitter Crocs? No, I don't think they had the one piece Crocs. No, those things are not going on sale anytime soon. But yeah, you can get shoes, you can get clothing, you can get bags, you can get, like I said, get luggage, stuff that you need before your trip. Go to sites like this, and you can have it shipped actually to your hotel. Just contact the hotel, see, hey, I got packages coming in. How do you guys handle that? But this is definitely one of my sites that I have used for years to shop for things that I need for my trip, and the prices are great. Just like with boxlunch.com, make sure you sign up for 6pm.com. Make sure that you're on their mailing list. You have the loyalty programs, all of that good stuff. So let's see. Kiss My Grit says, is the merchandise box lunch available exclusively to them, or can the items be found elsewhere? Some things are exclusive. For example, I have a Tinkerbell Loungefly that you cannot get anywhere but box lunch, and that was limited edition. So yeah, when you go on box lunch, let's see here. I'm gonna say, let's see, box lunch exclusive. Oh, there's a ton of the stuff like this here. This Lord of the Rings Loungefly. This is the box lunch exclusive, and it's already in low stock at the Florida Mall. You can only get one for free in-store pickup today. I mean, you can order it and then have it shipped to the store as well, but tons of exclusives. That looks really cool. I like that. So like I said, I get stopped all the time, and usually it's for something that I bought here. This is an exclusive, which looks really cute. The 101 Dalmatians dress. $70. You're not paying $70 for a dress at Disney. It ain't working.
I'm not paying $70 for a dress anyway.
You're paying $70 for a dress.
I ain't buying dresses. Well, let me rephrase
Ooh.
that. I would buy a dress for Linda or my granddaughter. I ain't buying a dress for myself.
I hear you. Let's make that specific. Star Wars blind box lightsaber pin. This is a box lunch exclusive.
That's funny.
Yeah. So lots of exclusives in here. Oh, Saja Boy's baseball jersey. This is a box lunch exclusive. Oh, that looks cool. I like that. That's 64. That's 64.40. But you can find discounts more often than not here. Hey, Ron, since I'm back in. Ooh, Lord of the Rings. Yes, absolutely. So definitely do not sleep on box lunch, especially when you're looking for pop culture gear to wear to the parks. I highly suggest going there first. You're always going to find that one thing that's a park exclusive, but you kind of want to make sure you save your money for that. Try to spend as least money up front. If you just want shirt says Slytherin, something Harry Potter related, you can get it from box lunch. I want that Slytherin jersey. I'm just saying.
I have to definitely.
That's where I got my Slytherin alumni hat. Was from box lunch, and
I need to make a black one with a green snake with mesh. I can't just do a total green hat. My head would disappear on green screen.
Let's see. I guess that was limited edition when I bought it. You can get a Slytherin alumni shirt, but it can't that anymore. But anyway, Thank you guys so much for hanging out with the show. It's been amazing hanging out with you all. Thank you all for the chats, super chats, membership chats. Tom, what do you have going on, and where can people
Um,
find you?
1 second, the dogs are going off.
Is that Otis?
That's both of them.
His dogs are the cutest.
Yeah, they're going nuts. They either see
They're
the squirrel or whatever, and
they're adorable. One of them, she always starts barking whenever I get up and move.
that's Kira.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the little one.
She
But
barks
right
when I
now they're
get there.
barking at the squirrel or an egret that comes by at this time of day. But I have a couple things going on. I read your show. I'm on you know, Erica's Brood Banter. I am getting ready to mod Vash's Guy's Partcast show after this.
Okay.
I will be hosting other videos. Did you see the latest video I dropped on the music video?
I don't think I have.
Check to see if you're still subscribed to me because
Okay.
YouTube did that to a bunch of people.
Yeah, a lot.
I finally got to 200 followers, so I'm happy about that. But as I said, I'm like a bad rash. I'm modding everywhere, and I'm showing up in places I shouldn't be.
Well, folks, definitely go over and subscribe to
Oh, yeah.
Tom's
An ibis
channel.
landed in the yard. Linda just told me.
Ibis land. Oh, bin chicken.
Yep. And this one they look. If we let Otis out, that bird's done. I'm not. Yeah.
Mm-mm. For those who don't know, bin chicken is what my Australian friends call an ibis. I said I have to keep using that. I call him bin chicken. Basically a trash bird.
Yep.
Like, you know how raccoons would name those trash pandas? Yeah. Bin, British slang, Australian slang is for trash can. So yeah, bin chicken. You're welcome. As for your girl, let's see, tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, watch party for one of my favorite 80s cartoon movies. I'm probably going to cry again. I always cry. It's called The Last Unicorn. So we're going to be watching that. And I believe the studio that did the animation for The Last Unicorn, you know today as Studio Ghibli. So you do not want to miss that. If you are a channel member, you will get to hang out with us in the viewing room. So you get to see the video, you get to hear the audio, all of that, and not just stick to the visualizer that I have to use on YouTube. So my stream does not get pulled down. On Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern is the Welcome to Florida show. We're going to be talking about the sunshine laws and why that makes Florida seem crazier than it really is.
Oh, I can't wait to
Yeah.
get into that.
We're gonna talk about the sunshine laws. We're gonna be talking about that. Tuesday, of course, is the Audacity. That is my reaction live stream where just react to the absolute craziness that is out there. We always have an Uncle Roger segment to react to. Last week we were reacting to Caleb Hammer crashing out on Disney Adults. This Tuesday, I don't know. There's so much freaking stuff that's out there. There's tons to like react to, but we will definitely be getting to it. So you don't want to miss that show. And then of course Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern is the Spice Lounge show. So I have no idea what the topic is going to be, but whatever it is, it's going to be spicy. This past Thursday, we were talking about Starfleet Academy. Why that show needs to freaking die and go away. Well, it did, but they called us haters because we didn't like the show. So I said, yeah, I'm a hater.
I'm a grouchy old man. I yell at the sky.
Mhm.
Too bad. I hate everything equally.
So you guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for supporting the show. If you're there on YouTube, if you're on X, appreciate the support. Thank you so much for watching this on a replay. Let us know in the comments. What are your plans for Halloween Horror Nights? Let us know. And what do you think about the changing of the height requirement over there on a Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, Magic Kingdom? I'd love to hear from you. So that said, you folks take care, and we will see you all next time. Bye.
Later.